Imagine discovering that the most powerful nation in the world has been hiding in plain sight for centuries. A nation with technology beyond imagination. A nation untouched by conquest. A nation known as Wakanda. Black Panther, the king who had to choose between tradition and change. At the center of this story stands T'Challa, a prince preparing to become king after the loss of his father. But inheriting a throne is never simple, because with power comes responsibility, and with leadership comes sacrifice. As T'Challa steps into his new role, he quickly realizes that ruling Wakanda will require more than strength. It will require wisdom. For generations, Wakanda has remained hidden from the outside world. While other nations fought wars and struggled through conflict, Wakanda protected its secrets. Its greatest advantage comes from a rare resource that helped transform the kingdom into one of the most advanced civilizations on Earth. To outsiders, Wakanda appears ordinary. But beneath that disguise lies a society built on innovation, culture, and tradition. For a time, T'Challa hopes to continue the legacy left behind by previous leaders. Yet new threats are already beginning to emerge. Questions from the past refuse to stay buried. Old mistakes begin creating new consequences. And somewhere beyond Wakanda's borders, an individual with a personal connection to the kingdom is preparing to change everything. As events unfold, T'Challa finds himself facing challenges unlike any he expected. The struggle is not simply about protecting Wakanda from external enemies. It is about understanding what kind of king he wants to become. Should Wakanda remain isolated, or should it share its knowledge with the world? These questions become increasingly important as tensions continue rising. Meanwhile, a powerful challenger emerges. Unlike ordinary villains, this opponent is driven by pain, anger, and a belief that history has been deeply unfair. His actions force Wakanda to confront uncomfortable truths. Truths about the past. Truths about responsibility. And truths about the consequences of turning away from the suffering of others. As conflict grows, the kingdom itself becomes divided. Different groups support different visions for the future. Some believe tradition must be protected at all costs. Others believe change is necessary. Caught between these competing ideas, T'Challa must find a path forward. The battles that follow are intense. Warriors clash. Alliances are tested. And the future of Wakanda hangs in the balance. Yet the most important battle is not fought with weapons. It is fought within the hearts of the characters themselves. Every major decision forces them to examine who they are and what they truly believe. As the story approaches its climax, T'Challa begins to understand that leadership is not about having all the answers. It is about listening, learning, and having the courage to grow. The final confrontation brings together everything the story has been building toward. Questions of identity, questions of justice, questions of responsibility. By the end, victory alone is not enough. The future requires something greater. It requires vision, and it requires hope. Through struggle and sacrifice, T'Challa discovers that true strength is not measured by power. It is measured by the ability to inspire others. Black Panther is more than a superhero story. It is a story about legacy, about culture, about leadership, and about choosing what kind of future we want to create. In the end, Wakanda remains one of the most remarkable places imaginable, not because of its technology, not because of its wealth, but because of the people willing to fight for a better tomorrow. And that is what makes the story of Black Panther unforgettable. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us for more movie adventures.